Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something you might see every single day, maybe even on your own car.
That little chip or crack in the windshield.
Exactly, and we're going to get specific. We're asking, is it actually illegal to drive with a cracked windshield if you're in Aloha, Oregon?
It seems like a simple question, but the answer is a bit more complex.
Right, and our mission here is to sort through that complexity. We want to pull out the practical, need-to-know details so you can avoid a fine and, more importantly, stay safe.
Okay, let's unpack this. So let's just get right to the bottom line. Can you get a ticket for a cracked windshield? The short answer is yes, absolutely. But it really depends on a few key things.
Okay, so what's the actual law here? What are the police looking at?
The legal foundation is Oregon Revised Statute 815.22 and it basically says you can't drive a vehicle if the damage either, one, impairs the driver's vision,
Right.
or two, creates an unsafe driving condition.
And I think that first part, impairs vision, is where people get tripped up. They think about how big the crack is.
They do. But what's fascinating here is that the law cares a lot more about where the damage is, not just how big it is.
So if I have a tiny little chip, but it's directly in my line of sight.
That's the problem. If it's in the area your wipers sweep clean, that is almost always going to be considered a violation, even for a small chip.
Okay, but what about that second part, the unsafe driving condition? What if the crack is, way over on the passenger side, not blocking my view at all?
That is such an important question, and the answer goes way beyond just what you can see. It's about the structural integrity of the car.
The structural integrity. From the windshield.
Yes. Most people don't realize this, but your windshield provides up to 45% of your vehicle's roof support in a rollover.
Wow. I had no idea.
So a crack, even one outside your main view, can seriously weaken that support structure. And that is, by definition, an unsafe driving condition.
That really raises the stakes. So when an officer pulls you over, it sounds like they have a lot of discretion in making that call.
They do. They're making a judgment call right there on the side of the road.
And what happens if they judge against you? What are we talking about, penalty-wise?
The fines can range pretty widely. You're looking at somewhere between $115 and could be up to $265.
Ouch.
And that's not necessarily the end of it. They might also require you to get a full vehicle inspection before the car is considered legal to drive again.
Which is just more time and more hassle. So let's do the math. Is it cheaper to risk the ticket or just get the thing fixed?
Financially, fixing it is almost always the better bet. Think of it like cheap insurance. A small chip repair, for example, can be just $50 to maybe $150.
That's less than the minimum fine.
Exactly. And even if you need a full replacement because the crack is too big.
Which costs more, obviously.
Right, it costs more, but for a standard car, you're probably in the range of $200 to $600. When you compare that to a $265 ticket plus an inspection, the repair just makes sense.
So what does this all mean?
I think it's pretty straightforward.
The takeaway seems to be, don't wait. Addressing any damage that affects your vision or the windshield structure is the smartest move, both for your wallet and your safety.
And maybe the final thought to leave you with is to think beyond just the ticket. So many drivers will ignore a crack if it isn't right in their face.
Because they figure, oh, it's not a violation, I can see fine.
Precisely. But they're forgetting that they're driving around with a compromised safety feature. That windshield is a key part of what keeps the roof from crushing you in a rollover. And that's a risk that's so much bigger than any fine.